Hi, I'm Wayne Allen Root for Personal Liberty and PersonalLiberty.com, and this is my weekly commentary. It's about Paul Krugman, a well-known New York Times columnist and a Nobel Prize award-winning economist. But here's the problem. Paul Krugman is also a liberal, and he's untruthful on the topic of capital gains taxes. That's a nice way of saying lying. Like President Barack Obama and most liberal Democratic politicians, Krugman's contortions about capital gains taxes are so pathetic, you'd think he owns stock in Pinocchio Incorporated. The question is, why do Obama and his socialist lackeys like Krugman so enthusiastically spread such misinformation about capital gains? And alas, the answer is simple. With a totally failed presidential record, the Democratic game plan for re-election is to incite envy, jealousy, and class warfare. Take Krugman's most recent work of fiction, his column from a Sunday New York Times about a month ago. He attacked capital gains tax rates as just for the very rich. Unwise, unjust, expensive favors showered on the upper class, he said. Really? Because last I checked, these low capital gains rates are being showered on everyone. Last I checked, they apply to every home sold in America, so they benefit every homeowner. Last I checked, they apply to every stock and bond sold in America, so they benefit every investor and 401 saver. Last I checked, they apply to every small business sold in America, so they benefit every small business owner. If Paul Krugman and liberals like him get their way, every small business owner, every owner of stock, every worker saving for retirement, and every retiree gets to pay double, perhaps, or more on their capital gains, stock dividends, and bank interest. This is how crazy, insane, and just plain nutty liberals are. It's been said liberalism is a disease, and I couldn't agree more. These people should be locked away in psychiatric hospitals with rubber walls so they stop hurting themselves to satisfy their strange obsession with the rich. If taxes are low and they benefit billionaires like Warren Buffett, Mitt Romney, and Donald Trump, who cares? As long as those same rates benefit middle-class Americans. If low capital gains tax rates allow Mitt Romney to keep an extra $8 million, but they also allow a bodega owner in the Bronx to keep an extra $8,000, and after 30 years of sacrifice and hard work, they allow a small business owner or a farmer to keep an extra $80,000 when he sells and retires his business or his farm, is that bad? With this kind of nutty logic, if the New York Times gives Mr. Krugman a $5,000 raise and another columnist a $10,000 raise, would Krugman demand that both raises be canceled and all the money be given back? Would that decision improve Mr. Krugman's quality of life? Would that decision allow Mr. Krugman to retire sooner? Of course not. But this is the type of insane and contorted logic of liberals. The lie is that the goal of these liberals is to take an extra 25 or 50% from Mitt Romney, because that's a small amount of money. The truth is they want to steal an extra 25 to 50% from you. Every small business owner, every investor, every saver, and every retiree in America. That's a large amount. That's the big pot they're looking for. As a common sense Tea Party fiscal conservative, I want to keep more of my own money. If that means a few super rich guys get to keep more of theirs, why would I care? I'll take an extra $5,000 or an extra $1,500 or even an extra $500. I'll take anything I can get. After all, it's my money in the first place. Like millions of American families, my personal Root family story is proof that capital gains are what allow lower and middle class Americans to achieve the American dream. Those same lower capital gains rates that benefit the Romneys and Buffetts that Krugman hates so much allowed my family to rise from poverty in this great country. My grandfather came to America through Ellis Island with nothing, zero, nada. Through a lifetime of hard work, he built a successful butcher store and then sold it. Guess what, Paul Krugman? He benefited from capital gains tax rates. He also benefited from low capital gains rates on the homes and stocks he bought and sold in his lifetime, as did my father, also the owner of a small two-man butcher store, as have I. I'm sure if you add up all the money that 3 generations of my family saved on low capital gains tax rates, it doesn't add up to a good week for Warren Buffett or a good month for Mitt Romney. But why would I care as long as it helped my family live a better life? Low capital gains rates are what allow butchers with high school degrees to move up and live the American dream. All those sales of stocks and bonds and homes and small businesses changed my family's life. Eventually, these capital gains paid for me and my sister to attend Columbia University. In my lifetime, I went from stone cold broke to self-made millionaire because of capital gains. I'm no Mitt Romney and I'm no Warren Buffett. I'm just a successful small businessman. But I've sold a half dozen homes, small businesses, and many stocks in my lifetime. In each case, the low capital gains rate allowed me to achieve upward mobility, and today, my daughter attends Harvard. Her college tuition is being paid with my low capital gains rates. In this terrible economy, I can't imagine how much worse my life would be without the extra money I've earned from capital gains. Capital gains are a beautiful, magical thing, allowing millions of Americans to change their status in life and live the American dream. They aren't just for Mitt Romney. They're for anyone who ever wants to become Mitt Romney, or who wants their kids to do better than their mom and dad or their grandma and grandpa. They're for butchers and bakers and candlestick makers to send their children to Columbia and Harvard. Low capital gains tax rates literally define the American dream. So, Mr. Krugman, please stop lying about capital gains. I'm Wayne Allyn Root for Personal Liberty and PersonalLiberty.com. See you next week.